How to do no contact while co-parenting. Ooh, such a juicy subject and inspired by one of my viewers. So I'm going to break this down the best way I can, ladies and gentlemen, because there are some major differences. You are going to have some leverage, and it is also a little tougher than a person who does not share children or is co-parenting. Nonetheless, welcome to my channel, Uncensored with Sevyn K. I am Sevyn K, a relationship life manifestation coach, bringing you the best so that you can bring in the love life and success you so much want, need, and desire. All right, guys, let's get straight to the point. I'm going to do this video in sections so that if you are doing any of the above and still feel like you are missing something, or it's just not going accordingly, or maybe you are doing some things that you shouldn't be doing, hopefully this video can help, because there are a lot of do's and don'ts when it comes to co-parenting and children involved as it pertains to no contact. During the holidays, obviously, going through a breakup is the toughest. And when there's children involved and the dynamics of the family has changed, everyone feels the impact, the dumpy, the dumper, and the children. So we absolutely must go into no contact. And it is like, well, I have to talk to this person. Inevitably, they are the father or mother of my children. Unless there is a court-mediated person that is doing all the dropping off and picking up and communicating, you are left to your own devices to have to communicate with this person who has left you about your children. So, first things first, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to no contact and the dumper / the parent or the other parent, you must, without exception, not discuss anything outside of the children. You do not want to demand or ask or be confrontational about their personal life, their romantic life, their relationship, the breakup, rebounds, who they're with, where they're going, who are around my children. Those things are not conversations you want to have. Now, I do understand that when it comes to a third party being introduced into the life of your children, you as a parent want to make sure that that person is going to respect your children and they have their best interests at heart. So with that said, when I say do not have any conversations that are not at all having anything to do with your children, that specific conversation about a third party still has something to do with your children. The problem is people have that conversation and it sounds like it's not about the children. It sounds personal. So if there is a conversation that needs to be had, you, the dumpy, having to talk to the dumper about a possible third party. Maybe one of your children expressed that there was someone dad or mom is seeing. Maybe they heard a conversation. Children do talk. They're open, they're honest, and brutally honest. And so if evidence of this surfaces, you want to avoid interrogating or questioning your children. Please do not. And I'm going to discuss that in just a moment. So when I say in no contact, only discuss what is relating to the children. If the conversation has to be about a trip, a vacation, a third party, anything that seems like it's about the dumper's personal life, as long as it has something to do with impacting the children, then you can have the conversation. It must be short, swift, respectful, non-confrontational, non-demanding, and to the point. Something like, hey, John, I heard or may have evidence that you are perhaps seeing someone else. Just want to make sure that if that person is going to come around the children, that they are going to be respectful to the children and have their well-being at heart. Just want to make sure that all is going to be the same and it's not going to interrupt anything having to do with the peace that we're trying to establish between the children. Hope you have a great day. Done. That's it. We do not want to, who are you seeing? Are you bringing them around the kids? What about us? Absolutely not, guys. It is hard to not have those conversations because you do love them and you do want them back. And it is painful if there is a third party. However, those conversations can be had at the right time as necessary. You do not, under any circumstances, want or need to talk to this person about anything concerning their personal life outside of whether or not what they are doing is affecting your children in a negative way. Because even during a breakup, we must trust that this person who is the father or the mother of our children is acting with the best interests of our children at heart. So with that said, number 2, what we do not want to do is use the children to break no contact. We do not want to send them off as messengers, detectives, or private investigators. We do not want to bring them back being interrogated and questioned. Ladies and gentlemen, that is very traumatic and it's misplaced. Adult affairs need to be handled by the adults. Please allow your children to just be children. Your responsibility is to protect them, nurture them, and maintain a happy space for them to grow up in. The parents did not break up with the children. The parents broke up with each other. So you just want to keep them in their lane, and anything that occurs that is in the space of an adult stays with the adults. So again, just like number 1, if anything is presented that is worrisome to you about the children, that is not breaking no contact. Breaking no contact is you reaching out by text, phone, email, showing up, stalking social media, and actually discussing, being needy, presenting urgency, pining, pursuing, chasing, stalking them about you and them, the breakup, reconciliation, the who's, the whys, the don'ts. That is when you're breaking no contact. But if it has anything to do with the children, as long as it is absolutely necessary to discuss, then that is not breaking no contact. Now, that brings me to number 3. When you are discussing anything to do with the children, please make sure it is necessary. Many people use this as advantage to communicate with the dumper / the other parent excessively. And that can bring on a lot of stress, anxiety, frustration, resentment. Some people even have restraining orders placed against them. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to reach out about the children, please make sure it is absolutely, unequivocally a necessary conversation. Make sure it is about the welfare and the well-being of your children as it pertains to just them. And you must maintain your discipline as to how often you are reaching out. So if your children are with you and all is well and going according to plan and you are having a great time, there is no emergency, there is no urgency, you must not reach out to the dumper / the other parent. Take the time to enjoy your time with your children and your family. Perhaps take on some home projects on redecorating, decluttering, just taking the time to what is new, creating a new space, a new aura, just a new environment for you and your children as you begin this new journey with a difference and a change in the dynamic of your family. You must keep your personal life personal from your children. Now, if they are adults and have moved out of the home and you are leaning on them for support, no problem. But as long as they're children, minors, adolescents, and teens, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you are not putting them at the center of the breakup and constantly crying and questioning and asking them and leaning on them for support. They are not adults, ladies and gentlemen, and not mentally, emotionally, or psychologically equipped to support you through a breakup. Now, there are going to be times where you might end up crying in front of them. You might get emotional in front of them. We are still human. You might be in the car, at a public location, on vacation, somewhere where you were triggered and emotions are felt. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is okay. What we don't want to do in that moment is put the pressure on them to help you fix what you're feeling. You want to console yourself. You want to console them, let them know that you're okay, and attempt to pull the best resilience and strength as possible to move on with your day. And then you want to take some space away from the children, lick your wounds in private, and go about your day. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, first things first, we only discuss what's necessary when it's necessary, only about the children and nothing else. B, we do not want to involve the children in the breakup and use them to break no contact. C, or number 3, we don't want to use them as detectives or private investigators. And we do not want to divulge our own personal life in hopes that they will send that off as messages to the dumper / the parent to trigger them to want to talk to you. Absolutely not. Ladies and gentlemen, during this time, I will always say no contact is for you and only you, and even for your children, to create a safe and loving protective space. And oftentimes that means everything must be new. Take the pictures down, put up new pictures, paint the walls, change the decor, create something new that allows you to gain some sort of positive experience as you move along in this very tough journey, and allow your children to be part of the positive experience as you remain in no contact. Now, the next thing, or number 4, is please, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress this any more than I'm about to stress it. Please do not, under any circumstances, appear as you are struggling. In other words, do not wear the same clothes week after week. When the dumper encounters you, when they're dropping off the kids or picking up the kids, if they have the video to talk to the kids, you must look good. Keep a haircut. Keep your beard cut and trimmed. Keep your hair done. Wear nice clothes. You must smell good. Keep your hygiene on point. Eat well. Maybe join a yoga class or the gym. Take a walk every day. Ladies and gentlemen, if the dumper consistently encounters you looking a mess, they will confirm that they did the right thing by ending the relationship and exiting the building. That is a turnoff at its finest. If a person has left you, they do expect you to suffer. They do expect you to lose sleep. They do expect you to lose or gain a ton of weight. They do expect you to neglect yourself, because there is a sense of arrogance on the part of the dumper. And ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't make them a bad person. It is a psychological effect that occurs to the person that's ending a relationship. They have a sense of superiority, a sense of being more attractive and desired than you. And that will leave you feeling with low confidence, low self-esteem. But you cannot allow that to consume you. So the leverage that you have when you're co-parenting and in no contact is that they have to see you. And in order for that to happen in a way that is going to benefit you, is you must appear amazing. Take care of you. Skincare is important. Good health, hydration, good sleep is important. Keep your nails done, your toes done, your hair done. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are constantly appearing to them like you're living under a bridge and are homeless, you will not become unforgettable. You will become forgettable. So imagine them showing up to pick up your children and you look amazing, smell amazing, you're dressed nice, you have a smile on your face, you have a hint of indifference, you're talking to the point and only about the children. The car is clean, and from a bird's eye view, the house looks different. It looks clean. Oh, wait a minute. Why is this person not suffering over me? Who are they seeing? Did I make a mistake? Oh my God, I love their new haircut. I love the new hair color. My children look great. They look happy. Oh my God, maybe they didn't want me in their life. Maybe she wanted me or he wanted me to leave. What is going on? And this is where you begin to turn the tables. Because unlike a person that's not co-parenting, you have the advantage that they must see you and communicate with you. They must, to a degree, have access to your space. And when that is happening, you must present well. Your children must present well. So you got to make sure that your children are clean and tidy and dressed well and happy and healthy, because they are a direct reflection of you and how you are, how you're feeling, and how you're moving about. This is a time for reinventing, ladies and gentlemen. Do not sit around pining and waiting for them to come for you, to call you, to text you about anything concerning the relationship. Because as long as you are doing all that is necessary to gain your footing, to reinvent you, to work on you, they will feel the loss of you and their family dynamic and all that's familiar. They will start missing you. And it is their responsibility to initiate contact with you about what is important regarding possible reconciliation. Now, oftentimes that doesn't happen with an I miss you. It doesn't happen with an I want you back. It often happens with a very irrelevant conversation or question, and you can embrace that time as long as it was their idea and they're doing the initiating. Now, the next thing, ladies and gentlemen, that I want you to make sure that you are putting in place while you're in no contact, while you're co-parenting, is boundaries. Many times when you are co-parenting and in no contact, you are appearing well, you're dressing well, you're healthier, you're working on you, the children are good, you're keeping everything between the adults, you're communicating only what's necessary. But the one fatal mistake that many people make is they're allowing the dumper, this person, to just stroll in their home, walk about their home, open the fridge, sit on the sofa, turn on the TV. That is not okay. You must impose boundaries that have to be felt because they chose to end the relationship. So when a person leaves you, all that comes with you is gone. And that includes accessibility to your personal and private space. That includes your home. That includes where you work. That includes your vehicle. They cannot just freely access and have that available to them simply because they are the parent of your children. You are the parent of my children. You left me, I owe you nothing, and now all of me is cut off as you requested. I am respecting your choice, I'm respecting your space, and now you must do the same for me. Because not only is it going to be very confusing for your children, but it's also going to make it harder for you to heal and become a better version of you as you allow your absence to do the work for you. Allowing a person to just walk into your personal space without boundaries, that is the dumper / your ex, and is also the parent of your children, will make it worse and does not send the message of the breakup. You must give them what they ask for. And part of that is to cut off access and availability to you. The kid in the park syndrome, guys, go watch the video. They always want to check back to make sure you are still there. And as long as you're there, they will not feel the breakup. So you must set boundaries. Perhaps, hey, when you pick up the kids, you cannot come in my house. You cannot come past the front door. Maybe just wait in the car. Maybe you only allow them access into the foyer just for the sake of the children. But do not allow this person to roam your home, stroll into your job, walk into your office with no consideration and respect for you, your personal and your private life. Those days are over, sir or ma'am, by your choice. And until you do the work and put in the effort to gain my love and trust back, you cannot have access to my personal space or life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be tough. It is going to be hard. It will require an abundant amount of strength and resilience. But if you have any chance at wanting this person to feel the loss of you, you must impose boundaries. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. And I truly hope that this actually is helping you. And I may even add that when it comes to no contact while you're co-parenting, you want to make sure that your parents, your siblings, your friends are not also communicating to them what you have going on with your children, as far as, just divulging personal information to make it seem as though you are the one relaying these messages for the sake of. You want to set boundaries with those people as well and let them know the space you're in. Hey, you don't need to share my personal information with him or her. You don't need to talk to them about what I have going on, what I'm doing. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this is where reattraction, obsession is born. Nostalgia is born. Wanting you back is born. Turning the tables is born. And if you want to use this as leverage to help encourage this person to realize how amazing you truly are and the dynamic of your family, then you must do your part. No exceptions. Watch the video again if you're unsure, and there is private one-on-one coaching. All the details are in the description below. Hope this video helped. Post your comments in the comment section or your questions, and on to the next video.